You know what, Dave? Crime watches. It's very active in Munster. I mean, that was essentially what happened in the Trayvon Martin case. Never had any real issues even similar to that or even close to that.
We haven't, and again, we're trying to set it up where the block captains get together with their local residents and discuss what's going on, keep their eyes and ears open, and really, we don't want them to interact with what's happening. We want them to call and report those activities to the police department, have the officers come and check it out.
And I believe that's what, when Officer Grice was here, that was one of the things he said is, if something's going down, it's not your responsibility to go in there and break up a drug deal or something.
No,
not that happens, but, you're to call. And, I mean, that's what that's meant by crime watch. It's like crime watch and call, not crime watch and intervene, unless, of course, it's a dire situation or something.
But really, we want to set that up with you're trained or and more specific and knowledgeable in that. We don't want the average resident in there get in the middle of a situation and have an unfortunate happening.
219-845-1100. Let's move on to Roland on line 3. Roland, you're on with Councilman Dave Nellums.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Saturday is opening day for Little League, and I'm assuming girls softball also. There should be 1,000 kids at the park, including grandparents, parents, siblings. Just want to check on the status of the safety. When I was walking through there the other day, I noticed, uneven ground, dirt hills, construction equipment, open trench boxes right by the Rotary shelter. And I want to make sure, one, that it's safe for the kids and things are being addressed prior to Saturday.
Well, Roland, we appreciate that. We've got the Park Department meeting is tonight at 7 p.m. there at the Town Hall, and we'll certainly bring that up and we'll review the activities, and I appreciate the heads up on opening day.
No, we're looking forward to a great season. The parks will be fantastic when it's done. We just have to get this finished, but we want to make sure it's safe.
Absolutely.
While we're playing.
Hey, who's throwing out the first ball?
I thought you were going to come out, Jed. Can you make it to home plate? From home plate to the mound?
That's an insult to even ask that kind of question. What?
I see you walking around the park. We can get you out there to throw.
Hey, just that you just insulted my manhood there. Okay, I'm not.
Well, I heard that from Baker.
All right,
so.
Good enough. All right, thanks
Bye.
a lot. Talk to you. 219-845-1100. Let's go to John on line 6. Hey, John, what's up?
Not much. How you doing today?
All right. Pretty good. What's happening?
No, I just wanted to address this new nuisance ordinance as far as the addendum. First of all, I want to congratulate Dave and the current board, especially Joe Simonetto, for doing an excellent job in the town. But I know that they've already had a first reading on this nuisance ordinance, that there's been some concern as it relates to full court basketball, skate parks, and BMX tracks. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Thanks a lot.
Sure, I'd like to mention that was read. There is an ordinance that's coming up before the town council. It was read at the last meeting. There'll be a public hearing on this upcoming meeting regarding these activities. We've had some complaints come in about some of the activities in town, and we wanted to get a read on the opinion that this has to do with real activities in personal property with respect to having either full court basketball courts in there or full ice skating rinks or BMX tracks or other activities that cause a lot of commotion and bring a lot of people and cause kind of undue pressure on the neighbors. So we'll be having a public hearing on that and looking for input and then review that as a council, and potentially it could be voted in as an ordinance.
So this doesn't have to do with and I don't know if it happens so much in Munster. I imagine Russ Shelton is on this one, but I see a lot of riding my bike all around, and a lot of times people will put their basket out onto the driveway on the street. That's not what you're talking about.
No, that's not what we're talking about.
That's a different one, and that's already been addressed in some sort of ordinance. And you can't do that.
Right.
But sometimes people roll it out there, they play basketball, and then they roll it back. That's a different one. You're talking about full court basketball, full court rinks. Some of these people have large lots, and they're putting this stuff in their backyard.
A lot of activity, a lot of pressure, bringing a lot of people, then not really maintaining it and having it be unsightly, and again, putting undue pressure on the surrounding neighbors. It's kind of a tough situation in a community where you have people living close together as opposed to on 4 or 5 acre parcels, and it's really a tough decision on how you set this up so that you can recognize all freedoms and liberties of the residents, but yet not impact on others. And that's sometimes, if I'm exercising my freedom to do all this, it could be putting undue pressure on you, and now you can't enjoy your backyard because I'm really enjoying my backyard, or whatever, those kind of things. It's sometimes a tough line to walk and decide what is the right way to go.
And then the input on that would be the next meeting, the next
Yes, and
council
that'll
meeting?
be here next Monday,
So that's Monday, and what time is that?
April 23rd, and the meeting starts at 7 p.m.
Monday, April 23rd, 7 p.m. I haven't been to one of those since the mid-'80s when I covered it for WJOB at town council meeting, and I'm trying to think, I can't even remember one person who was on there.
And then we
Gotcha.
do set it up now that we do all the public hearing and public comment right at the beginning of the meeting. You don't have to wait to the end of the meeting. We
Oh,
started
really?
that about 12 years ago when I was on the council. It was you made your public comment at the end. Well, we've already had all the discussion, everything. Plus, sometimes those meetings went on 3 or 4 hours. So here it was about midnight, and you've got the public making their comment. And we changed that and put it right at the beginning of the meeting, which I think works out a whole lot better, gives the public a chance to make their comments, and we can hear what they have to say.
I wonder if other communities are doing that. In other words, one of the issues is that Hammond, it comes afterwards, and it just goes on and on sometimes. And as a reporter, I remember covering Munster that would go on for significant times. And, well, that's interesting.